We all gonna die Wednesday. Thank y'all so much for being here. Any second now. And bam, you ain't kidding, Rapture ready. Prepping Survival, how are you? Swerving Canine, how are you? Jay Creature, how was SAS? How can we sass them tonight? Well, just by existing, I guess. That seems to be
I'm gonna sass them.
The fork in everybody's eye. But yeah, we all gonna die Wednesday. We back again for another one. This is chapter 3.
That's how they bust you.
3. Yeah, or we can even. Well, that's one too many. 3. Yeah, there we go.
This is funny. I'm like watching you on the shit. Like I'm like I usually don't watch the live streams live, you know. So it's interesting to see you like over there. How you been, brother?
I'm here. I'm living. I'm doing a damn ditty. So I can't complain. I guess the biggest question of the audience is, can you hear me? Can you hear the Livingston man? Can you hear us? Can you see us? Is everything good on our end? I know we had some glitchos last night, but it looks like you got yourself out of the gulag, Livingston man. I see the backdrop.
Amazing story, Mike. May I?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The floor is yours, my friend.
I finished off with you last night there. I ate a wonderful sandwich that they were actually gracious enough to allow me to prepare myself. They let me play with fire.
Oh, yeah. In a gulag, that's not a bad thing.
Like, I don't know what time it even is right now. I'm there, but like 3 o'clock in the morning, Russia time. This guy comes, like Putin, like looking guy comes in and he's just like, who wants to die in the Ukraine? And like all of them stood up and just left. And I have no doubt that it was due to my near constant masturbation. And so, like, just know that, like, this fresh wave of troops heading to Ukraine is, like, heavily PTSD'd by what they saw. They were willing. They're like, I have nothing.
Battle-hardened veterans, man. Holy shit.
I need to go away from this guy. And so they were just like, you are free. And so, like, and then I'll take it. You know, that's all you got to do. So it's fun. Russians got a thing about homosexuality. And once it's threatened, like, they'll rather die in Ukraine than be called gay. So I played that card.
Misery prepper, you came in at just the right time. The Livingston man was caught up in the Russian gulag yesterday, and lo and behold, he said everybody disappeared. You know, like early this morning, middle of last night, I guess, however you want to say it. But
now I come to find out there was something to do with like a limited mobilization, but I'm pretty sure, like I said, it was due to my
yeah, doing your thing, man. Doing your thing, passing the time in jail.
My indiscreetness is all. So I had a damn fine
good times. So we don't have to worry about any monetization on this one for tonight. So we're just gonna let it fly.
I'm sorry I ruined it.
So yeah, is that what's gonna kill us all today? Is that why we all gonna die Wednesday? Is because Putin called up 300,000 reservists? Is that why we all gonna die this Wednesday? What's happening, Militant Farmer in the house? Vision Preparedness, thank you so much, my friend. Jay Creature wants Patrick to send us a cow. Patrick left Pine Bush in February, now living in Mississippi, working on a cattle farm in Alabama. Congratulations to you for getting out of the belly of the beast. Terry Johnson, what's happening, my sister? How are you? Jay Creature in the house, Swerving Canine, High Flyer, Jan Rudd, Rapture Ready, Virginia Bushcrafter, Prepping Mantis, Troy Gillis, Prepping Survival. What is going on, everybody? What's going on? So the question for y'all is, Frugal Fixer says, flying until we dying. Amen, sister. What's going to kill us all today? Why we all going to die this Wednesday? I got some theories, and there's some things, floating around the internet. Well, the pandemic is over. My positive test said that was a lie. Just saying. Huntrin, There you are. I'm sorry. I don't get to. I'm on StreamYard right now, so I don't get to see. I don't get to see everything. TikTok says we're all going to die on Saturday the 24th. Well, at least it'll be a weekend. At least it'll be a weekend.
I'll be working at like
chicken spam. Chicken spam is why we all going to die this Wednesday. Says Rapture Ready, and yeah, that should have killed you. That should have killed you.
I did a video, and you got to watch it. Go to one of the few that I really have is it's called Red Alert. There's something they're not telling you, and I exposed this chicken conspiracy like minutes ago. Like this was a long time ago. I already tried to warn y'all, and y'all went and bought that shit. And well, what do you want me to say? Congratulations. So
yeah,
we
all gonna die. It's Wednesday. Militant Farmers actually got an alarm set for the 24th. East Tennessee preparedness. What's happening, my friend? How are you? Sean Stan in the house.
I did get stung by bees like walking out of that Russian fucking gulag though. It got me, dude.
Coffee first, then speak. What's happening? Hobby Garden for Health. All the cool cats are out here tonight. William K's. Man, we loaded up. So fucking lazy. What up? Welcome to We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Yeah. So, you know, apparently that whole pandemic being over thing was bullshit. Because, you know, I let my guard down. As soon as I let my guard down, you know, shit stuck right up my nose. Got me. Yep. So,
you know, but how in good faith are we going to be like that? How are we going to be like, oh, pandemic's not even over, Bo Jadden? How dare you, when we were the same people who were like, it's not a pandemic in the first place. You got to stick to your guns here. Am I right?
Yeah.
So for us to ridicule the fact that the fake pandemic is not over is like something to really think about, you guys. You got to hear yourself a little bit.
Yeah. Don't. So basically, whatever they say, I just try and plan for the opposite to happen.
It's the opposite,
you know?
yeah.
They're like, yeah, it's over, bro. It's over, bro. I'm like, oh, fuck, batten down the hatches, man. Here we go.
You know, give the guy a break. He's like, you know, he's looked at America and he's like, yo, America's tired of this pandemic. He's like, yo, what? The pandemic is over. And then America was like, how dare you? Joe Biden's like, what the fuck? What do you bastards want, for fuck's sake?
So I think it's got something more to do with the looming midterm elections.
No, it couldn't. No, they wouldn't.
Just saying. No, they wouldn't do anything like that, would they, ladies to me?
Not in my
would they though?
Not in my experience.
No, they're totally trustworthy, totally honest. Everything is on the up and up. You guys have nothing to worry about.
Honestly,
the government's here and they're going to take care of everything.
Is Jay Creature in here? He's probably the only one buying that.
Oh yeah, he comes every week to record, right?
Maybe we met. Maybe he was the guy feeding me spam in that prison. I don't know.
Prepping Mantis says the next pandemic will be STDs spreading like wildfire. Believe that. The roaring 20s are here, right? The pandemic of stupidity in politics is still ongoing. Frugal Fixer. Yes.
May I rant? Because I came in.
Please, Livingston, man. Tell us why we all gonna die this Wednesday.
Where is this? Go up. Who was it talking about the pandemic of stupidity?
Frugal Fixer. The pandemic of stupidity in politics.
However, in politics. I came in here mad today. This morning, my wife was watching a video it was like a reel on Facebook, and this fellow was asking people like rather common sense questions. How many continents are there? What language do they speak in Idaho? What countries border America? And I mean, for sure, I'll go with the video was edited to show like a somewhat blooper reel, but the questions he was asking were not hard. Did anyone here not know the answer to any question I just asked? Because these fucking people, he asked this girl, what language do they speak in Idaho? She said potato. Now, the wife laughed her ass off at that for like 10 minutes. And I couldn't find it funny because she was dead serious. She was like, well, I heard Idaho and it was the first thing I thought of, so I just said that. But so stupidity, I don't want to call it stupidity, but what it is this subject, like first thing comes to mind must be the answer mentality, when like, no, because some level of comprehension was left behind here. And then I wondered to myself, how did these people pass high school? Like, they asked a dude, what continent is America on? He said North Africa.
That's where we're at, bro. What, you didn't know?
I don't even know where I am right now. It's probably just a Chinese copy of our
stupidity is why we all gonna die on Wednesday.
It was depressing. True. Like, anybody ever seen that movie WALL-E?
Yes.
The little robot guy. And everybody thought it was like, oh my God, like they laughed when the humans were laying in those like recliners with the screens like all fat. And I fucking like seriously wanted to cry because I was like, it's the fucking truth. It's the future. Where people don't have to know nothing. It doesn't matter if you do or not anyway. And it's terrible. Like there's going to be this generation of people who like know nothing. And you might be like, why is geography important? Or why is history important? Or what, like, who cares where Paraguay is or whatever? Because like, I don't know, at least for no other reason than you don't look like a fucking asshole when some guy comes up to you and asks you on the internet. I don't know, but I blame it on this culture of you're not cool if you like are smart. Like, hey, fucking nerd.
Oh, you're a fucking nerd.
Right.
You're
so
nerd.
Kids know the fucking answer, but they're hesitant to raise their hand and know it because they'll get like beat up on the playground or however it works these days. They'll get
you get ridiculed. Well, the worst is they all get ridiculed online now
or whatever. But it's always been a thing. Even my generation suffered from it. You don't want, for whatever reason, nobody wants to get called a nerd.
Yeah.
And what it boils down to is in real life, there's like a guy asking you on TikTok a super easy question and you look like a fucking idiot for no other reason than that. Please, people, let's get this. Let's get some generations educated around here.
Prepping Mantis just said a great comment that I'm sorry, let me scroll back here. You guys are tearing it up in the comment section.
I see it. Put that on the screen.
Yes.
They did
the dumber the citizens, the smarter the government looks to them. Yep. It's true. It's true. Prepping by Faith, how are you? And yes, Hobby Gardens for Health, the schools are raising up their future voters. That's the truth right there. Believe that.
I read an article about the school system in the United States. It basically got ranked at like a D.
Oh, yeah, we're screwed.
Serious work needs to be done. Apparently, according to this article that I cannot cite or source to you right now, I'm not gonna. Just take my word for it. I read it. The average school in America was built when Lyndon Johnson was president. Is anyone here remember that? Lyndon Johnson, president?
That was a little before my time.
Now, I'm going to use a lot of loaded straw man terms here just to paraphrase the article, but many, there's a loaded word, schools have received practically no infrastructure improvements since they were built. There's a high, many of them don't have legitimate air conditioning or heating systems. In some cases, like the kids have to go, it gets too hot, they send them home. It gets too cold, they just don't go to school this day. The roofs leak, the infrastructure is failing. There is no funding for this, period. And that is where the problem is. And it really, then you see kids that are fucking stupid. And you got to put two and two together.
Yeah, would seem that maybe allowing the government to take over the schools wasn't such a great idea after all.
Now we've been over this. Why would they lie to us?
Still cost us a fortune. Still cost us a fortune. I think it's high time that we, the people, decided to privatize schools once again. We already pay a fortune for them. I don't think the fucking state is getting us any better deals, guys, to be honest with you.
You got
The
that kind of
federal
money?
government chips in for education, and they can continue to chip in for education, but I
No, they
honestly think it
constantly
should be
cut
run
funding
by
for it. They don't chip it.
by
They
the
chip
people,
in.
not
Yeah.
the bureaucracy, though. The bureaucracy is what runs it. That's the the Board of Education. If the Board of Education isn't really in your town, there are a bunch of people in your state's capital that run your school district, unfortunately, and then your Board of Education just kind of bows to them. I've seen it myself. So,
well, it's like they receive orders from higher up, and like have to toe a party line. Like even your local Board of Education is like partisan.
that's
It's
it.
not just the days of the parent teacher organization or whatever, PTOs and PTSAs.
Yeah,
Whatever,
it's
gone.
rough, man, isn't it?
Gone.
It's rough. They certainly don't have the pull, I guess, that they used to. The state wants to raise your kid 100%. That's it. That's it.
Well, don't they know better? Shouldn't they by now?
Well, they do think that they know better than us. That's for damn sure.
You ever want to do like a really frightening mental exercise? Is try and justify things you don't agree with. Just sit back and be like, maybe
I do that when I force myself to listen to like NPR radio.
Oh, God, that's tough. I've been there. Those people
I
that are on
man,
the
but I don't want to get that tunnel vision, man. I don't. But the more I listen to it, the more outlandish it sounds.
Once in a while, you got to ask yourself,
Texas Surplus Pro.
Am I wrong?
Texas Surplus Pro. He said that everybody disappeared in the middle of the night, Texas Surplus Pro. Go figure.
This guy came in looking official, and he was like, "Who want to die in Ukraine?" They all stood up at once. They kind of pointed at me and like complained in Russian and left. All I know. They were like, just get out of here in Russian.
Shad, NPR radio does suck. And I wonder if it's just because they get like no funding from the right whatsoever. The left dumps all of the money into that to keep it alive. And in essence, when you pay for all that shit, you're steering it. You're turning it in the direction that you want it to be in. When Bill and Melinda Gates sponsors all of your public radio, you're going to get Bill and Melinda Gates fucking news 24/7.
What is NPR? What is that?
It's supposed to be National Public Radio, but everything that comes out of it is extremely skewed towards the left.
So
hard. And all I really want is just, these are the facts of what happened. Next story.
Is it federally funded?
And I can't get it. No, it's privately funded.
Why do you
National
call it
Public
Radio?
Oh, because it's a nationally broadcasted public radio.
They don't receive any federal funding at all.
Hunter said that he would much rather listen to you bitch about your job than listen to NPR radio.
Maybe I should start a station.
Are they actually federally funded, Mad Chad?
I always thought that that was the case. Yeah. Well, so then what? If this was Russian, what they would call this is state media.
Well, why is the state leading so hard one direction or the other? How come we can't get shit down the middle? If you want shit down the middle, I found that
it's just a mouthpiece for the current regime.
The Epoch Times seems to be right down the middle. 101 in the house. What's happening, my brother? Welcome to We All Gonna Die Wednesday.
We might not die on Wednesday, but we're all going to die. That's for sure.
NPR is federally funded. Well, son of a bitch.
I thought so. I didn't want to speak on it without being completely sure of it. I have no sources to cite or anything, but I thought they were.
Make a donation, get a free NPR mask. Ooh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, William Alexander. Epoch is great, man. It seems to be A little more down the middle. Militant farmer, I'm with you, brother. But the we all gonna die Wednesday title is basically a play on words. When you get to YouTube, everything is death and carnage, and we all gonna die. And tomorrow, and the 30th, and the 26th, and the 19th, and the 24th, and the 8th, and the 4th, and the 16th, we all gonna die one of these days. Everybody got a fucking magic date.
They're dead set on telling us that the world is not safe and could just end at any moment, and it's time to start acting like it. You got this when the Black Plague was happening in Europe, this danse macabre genre of art came from, people dancing with skeletons, and Halloween kind of as we know it was the same thing. Living under this specter of death and destruction at all times, and here we are on Wednesday doing that. Welcome, and thanks for being here with us. Now let's dance macabre with our skeletons all.
That's right. See, Texas Surplus Pros got it. Purge is here. We all gonna die because of the purge in Chicago, right? I'm not in Chicago, but we all gonna die from it. Purge law in Chicago gonna kill everybody. Everybody gonna die from purge law in Chicago. The draft. The draft is coming. They're gonna institute a draft
in the United States.
They didn't say. They said they're gonna institute a draft.
That'd be fucking hilarious. We want to.
Well, they did it. They did it. And they did it.
Man, we want to assess your ability to join the U.S. military. I'd be like,
Misery Prepper has it right.
I got full.
Everybody's clock runs out eventually. None of us know the minute, the hour, of the day. Thank God. And yeah, man, just keep living your life, dude. Keep living your life.
Yeah, I mean,
but I think it's I think it's funny.
In Shakespeare's Hamlet,
yes,
the gravedigger said that he went to work the day Hamlet was born. They're going to let the furries in with the draft, obviously. They're fucking deadly, dangerous people. I don't see why they wouldn't. They're Marines.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you get a lot of guys, they're going to be I could be in the military, but if that drill sergeant got in my face, I'd knock him the fuck out. Those are the guys you got to watch out for, dude. Those are tough guys.
See, Watchman's got himself a good point, man. I think, I do think that Russia has a big Chinese trick up its sleeve. And I don't think we're going to see it until the last possible moment, and everybody's going to go, "Oh shit!"
So, do you think
that's my personal feeling?
They have a secret treaty with each other, they didn't tell nobody.
Well, it's not even secret. They're making it public that there's unwavering cooperation between the two nations, and they're getting their shit together.
It's impossible.
Texas Surplus Pro, you're right. That was, I guess that was the biggest thing. That was I guess Russia's Google. The biggest thing that was searched in Russia was plane tickets the fuck up out of there last night.
What does he mean by black pills? What is that?
That's getting your daily dose of truth.
I thought that
black
was
pill.
red pill.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The black pill
I thought that was red pill. I thought the red pills were the ones.
Well, they keep changing these damn pills. These guys are like pharmaceutical companies.
I mean, I can read clearly, but I just was wondering what he meant by that because I don't actually know. There's too many pills, dude. Fucking big pharma be running amok out here. You got red pills.
That's right.
Pills. It's turning into an Eminem song.
That is hilarious.
Isn't a military issue litter box just a porta potty?
It's a bedpan, bro. Good luck to you.
Ooh. It's probably plastic too.
Raptor ready. Yes, I agree. These guys have been working together for a very, very long time.
Well, okay. So replace China, Russia, and Iran with I don't know, Canada, United States, and England. I mean,
yeah. They call it the axis of evil.
Yeah, what do they call us?
Michael Coleman says China will help Russia and Ukraine. And then Russia will help China take over Taiwan. It's a plausible theory, my friend. It's a plausible theory.
That's World War III. We're talking, this is World War III we're talking here.
The transgender brigade will strike fear in the Russians. Hey, man, a lot of European countries, especially like Russian ones, they don't put up with a lot of that shit.
Did you even know how I got out of prison, homeboy? Like, yeah. The transgender brigade will indeed strike fear into the Russians. Pull your dick out in front of a Russian and make him gay. They can't handle it. Been there,
thought the
done
red
that.
pill was rabbit holes. I guess so too, Militant Farmer.
When back in my day, there was two. There was a blue one and a red one.
The blue, yellow, and the purple pills. And there goes everything.
Mushroom Mountain and shit. Okay.
So it's the extra strength red pill. Essentially, you took too many red pills. So you had done OD'd on it. You need to be Narcan off of the black pill. Amen. They changed their colors, but not the shit that's in it.
Y'all can fucking joke all you want, but I swear to God, you put a fucking brigade of transgenders at the fucking spearhead of your invasion, and the Russians would just crumble. Like, you infiltrate their position like raindrops. They won't be able to handle that shit. Twinks, all of a sudden, there's coming around. There's like twinks coming out the woodwork, pink assault rifles and shit. I said, get on the ground.
I'm totally giving up.
Their entire reality will be shattered.
Texas Surplus Pro, I often wonder the same question. Russia is big on the deception. So if they say they're going to mobilize 300,000 troops, I wouldn't be surprised, like you said, if it's double that or more. And like you said, they're definitely looking to bring in mercenaries from other countries. I don't know that you'd necessarily call them mercenaries, but foreign fighters, we'll call it.
Yeah, it's called soldiers of fortune. Mercenaries is also a good word. That's a loaded. People don't like that word, but you know, you want to talk about disinformation. Who's in a better position to disinform you, the Russians or the United States? You know, we all know so much. Who's in a better position to disinform you? Russia or the United States?
Oh, without a doubt, the propaganda machine in the United States is the biggest and best in the entire fucking world, Livingston, man. Hands down. Hands down. The propaganda machine here just does not quit.
So we're expected to temper that knowledge with the fact that like some punk ass Russian hackers are influencing everything in our lives right now. It doesn't add up. Either cybersecurity is garbage or it's all distorted.
Yeah, everything that we see is distorted somewhat and bent somewhat, I honestly believe. The question is how much. Ooh, I got to sneeze working.
Completely. When the average American doesn't know anything about anything, our mission is complete. Isn't that what some KGB guy said? Somebody in the comments will know.
Yep.
And look, and like I was saying, Americans are fucking stupid, complacent, fat, fucking just don't give a fuck about anything. No sense in nationalism or patriotism or anything. No reason to fight or care about their country. Their mission is complete. Their mission has been completed for a minute, ladies and gentlemen.
What's happened to me too? Yeah, man, we are getting
Billy?
fed propaganda.
They told us Putin was going to be dead months ago. Yeah, here he is. Not actually fake.
Yep. Still kicking. Still starting shit. Yuri Bezmenov, yes, Texas Surplus Pro. And that, you know, Angry's been talking a lot about the what is it called? Inoculation, psychological inoculation, right? He's been talking a lot about that. And I honestly feel that is perhaps the next phase to what Mr. Bezmenov was working on, which was the ideological subversion.
Billy, that was a spam flag.
The ideological subversion has been absolutely complete, and I think those who are going to be subverted have been, and now they're using the psychological inoculation on the rest of us. What color is the spam flag? Well, the spam flag is the stars in the sky. It's the stars in the sky.
Spam came to the market in 1937. Spam is actually older than the independent nation of Ukraine. So actually, Ukraine stole their colors from Spam. Fight me.
The Ukraine flag came from the Spam camp. Believe that.
They were probably fed that shit during the Holodomor, which was the Holocaust that Stalin perpetrated on the people of Ukraine by stealing all their food. He caused more casualties doing that than half of World War II. Yeah. Anybody?
You're right, the Watchman. Your labor is only fuel for the flames. It's unfortunate that we're all stuck on this hamster wheel. But one by one, I see people stepping off and going the homesteading route. POTB in the house. What's happening, my brother? How are you? We all on our Wednesday. Voldemort. Crack shot. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Maybe I didn't pronounce it right, but listen, I somewhat know what I'm talking about. I just don't know how to pronounce the shit half the time.
Oh, William Alexander wants to know when we doing a call-in show. You want to call in right now? I'll throw the link up there. Black Star Boys, what's happening?
Black Star Boys,
because it's Thursday here. No, you made it, bro. You made it past Wednesday. You made it, Black Star Boys.
Mike, let's do it.
I'll tell you what. There's 74 of y'all here.
Call in. Can we?
I'm gonna see if I can. Let's see if I can do this. Boom. Can I still do this here? I don't know. I hope I don't screw this up. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, look at that. 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 Let's see. I have to get into but I don't even know how I comment here.
I'm California compliant, dude. I don't even have a trigger.
Yeah, so I might have to flip my phone here. Y'all ready for this? We'll get crooked.
Can I do it? What do you need me to do?
I won't even let me chat in my own chat. What up with that, man?
The Russians gave me a computer.
Yes, if you have it, you can do it. You can do it.
How do I do it?
You just do it.
Do what?
The same thing that I sent you.
Oh,
that you clicked on. Cool.
I can do it.
Yeah. You just post that in the chat. Boom. All right. And we're crooked camera and back. That wasn't too bad.
Fuck.
I'd call in, but it would trigger Livingston. Hey, we're going to get a good show tonight, one way or the other.
I'm telling y'all. Absolute fuck.
Turn your phone back. It's back, okay? It's back, yeah.
Does this do it? I don't know. This is going to be fucked up. Here, click this shit. Anybody want to come join us here? Click that weird-ass shit that just happened.
Is that what it was?
Nope, that's not legit.
No, that's based. That's like 17 links at once.
Fuck you, bro. I don't know what the hell you want me to do. Come on.
Oh no, wait. Well, maybe the second one. I don't understand why it won't let me type. I think that's pretty whack. StreamYard. StreamYard.
I had voiced my concerns.
Can you call the past? Yes, you can, Black Star Boys. Yes, you can. You can absolutely call the past. We'll tell you what happened yesterday. So how's it going in the future down there? The first works. There you go. I'm waiting. Somebody step on up. We'll do the call-in show right now. You guys click that StreamYard link that the Livingston man sent.
It doesn't do anything.
It'll bring you right here. Well, you're already here, so if you click on it.
Maybe that's why it doesn't work.
Yeah, it could be.
But yeah, all right. Listen, I fucked my whole shit up doing that. I had this thing going on. It was cool. There we go. Love it.
The NSA is calling in. They're always listening, Jay. Always listening. Let me put some clothes on so I don't scare people. Thank you, militant farmer. The viewers appreciate it.
It will get you out of a Russian prison, though. So, consider your clothing.
Your style. It's
The
all
less
about your
the
style.
better.
It's all about your style.
What you do is
Brought 'em
perform
leaf
oral sex
Collins.
on them and then call them gay, and it just ruins their whole vibe, dude.
Someone bring in a 14-year-old tech kid. Yeah. The freaking kids figure this shit out fast, don't they? Just like, boop, 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 boop. Well, yeah,
This
you
is
can
like
type
Zoom
that.
to me. I didn't go to school like this. Like, I don't know.
And big sister always listening. That's the truth. That's
What if
the
I just
truth, crack
hold on?
shot.
I got an idea. I'm gonna try something. Here I go. Fuck. I don't like StreamYard
Sorry about
either.
that, guys.
Here's a.
Yeah,
Here we go.
my nose has gone to crap tonight. There it is.
All right.
There it is. Welcome.
Check it.
Come on by. Come on by. Say hi. You can say hi to everybody.
StreamYard.com.
All 69 of us.
7227.
And you can
somebody
stop
in on this channel
and tell us why we all gonna die Wednesday. Oh! Yes. I don't have the bell. Yes. Yes.
It's not actually our belt. Mike, I'm starting to suspect I'm in a Chinese copy of our studio. They didn't actually set me free at all. Like yeah, there's a bell, but it didn't sound right.
It didn't sound right.
Shitty Chinese copy.
That was a little. Uncle Charlie in the house. What's happening, my friend? Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. So yesterday, shortages on Soylent Green. Not yet. They're still making it. Appreciate you, Uncle Charlie. Thank you so much for stopping in, my friend. Uncle Charlie is the faithful.
Look, Texas Surplus Pro is here. You want me to add him to the stream? Texas Surplus Pro, are you ready? Oh, here you go.
Hey guys.
What's happening, my friend? How are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Living the dream, man. Living the dream.
So what do you say, Texas? Why are we all gonna die? What's the big deal?
I think the big deal is kind of what I was touching on earlier with I don't think that's a limited draft. I think they're putting out a bunch of nonsense. I think we may have just watched general mobilization without them calling it general mobilization. And you've got the DPR and the Luhansk People's Republic are about to vote to formally join Russia. And I know everybody's kind of tired of the coverage with this war because Americans have a very short attention span. But now we're going to be directly striking Russian soil with NATO-provided weapons. That's a big difference between seized territory and these independent republics and actual Russian Federation territory. So I think it's just going to spiral out of control from here. Whether or not we see drafts in Western nations, that will be yet to be seen. But I don't think we're that far off. Maybe only another 3 to 5 years before we see something really, really big happen in Western Europe is my guess. Because it's going to be a while before they make it to Kiev, obviously. But I bet they have some type of surprise plan for winter.
I think you might be right, my friend. I think you might be right. They've been doing a whole lot of lying, right? I mean, it's the only way that you can, if you're amassing troops, you have to call it a drill, right? I mean, there's too many satellites, there's too many eyes. They're going to see the mobilization under, satellites, so they're going to have to. I buy it, bro. I buy it. What do you think, Livingston, man?
I think it's a sound theory. I mean, they go through the sort of autumn season in Russia in the east there. They call it the Rasputitsa, the mud season, where everything stalls out and you really can't do anything. And then winter offensives are a thing. Once the ground and the permafrost freezes again, you can start to conduct military operations again. I don't think he's wrong. I think that there's got to be, it's always a two-sided coin, and that either Russia is straight trash and sucks at this, or they got some else up their sleeve. It's got to be one or the other, right?
Yeah.
And maybe that's the long game they're playing. It's like look like trash at first, but like win in the long con.
Part of it, I think, was even them just getting more combat experience for elements that hadn't really been exposed to warfare, because the last big thing that they were dealing with was in Georgia, and then the offensive that they were dealing with in Ukraine, in 2015. So they've been cycling guys in and off the line. And again, back to our attention span being so short, most people are not aware that that defensive line that was built, there was pretty consistent combat along that line this entire time until the most recent incursion into Ukrainian territory.
Sure, they overran the Crimean territory. That was back in 2014. That happened under Obama, but you're talking it's 8 years ago. Like nobody remembers that. We don't remember what happened 2 weeks ago. This has been an
24-hour news
conflict
cycle
for a long time. A thorn in Russia's side. Again, maybe. What do you suppose their end game is? Like, I mean, are they really gonna just risk it all for like Ukraine?
I don't think it's about Ukraine as much as it is reuniting the former boundaries of the former Soviet Union. If you look at Putin going and making his rounds on the various Russian media outlets even before this, and he has repeatedly stated that the greatest disaster of the 20th century was the collapse of the Soviet Union. And he really struggled through those hard times. He was a cab driver after his KGB career was over. So to go from cab driver to premier of Russia, he's not a dumb guy. They definitely have something up their sleeve. They've already rolled out a lot of their older equipment into this conflict, which everyone is kind of hyper fixated on, which I just thought was kind of funny, because if most people knew how old most countries' arsenals were and weapon systems were, they'd be astonished. But they haven't even really brought out a lot of the new big expensive toys. The only thing that I've noticed lately has just been the obvious modernization of the infantry. The Russian infantry are all wearing the latest Gucci Cry style equipment, which is really surprising. It's not even the specialty troops anymore. It's the frontline guys. Now, I'm sure that part of that's probably a trend. I'm sure some of that's private purchase.
Recruitment perk.
Yeah, this is not the Russian army of 2014, even 2015. This is a new evolution of whatever their next part of the plan is.
Well, I think they have like a fanboy for America. Like they saw what we've done in our past 20 years here. We got massive technological leaps and bounds and massive like on the ground, boots on the ground, like training and experience in all of our little conflicts overseas. And no other nation on earth has get to experience that. Like that why our military is what it is because we've been at war since 9/11, and honestly perpetually since our existence, if we're really being honest. So this is just Russia. Why shouldn't we just do what you guys do?
To some extent, and there definitely is an admiration for us. A lot of their equipment, and if you notice, as I mentioned, Cry, you'll see legitimate Cry bits and pieces of uniform and kit. They've bought a lot of our red dots. They've managed to get a lot of our night vision through some murky channels here in the States and some front companies they set up a while back. But the most striking thing and the issue I think we're going to face going forward is that the next time you see a group of members of the reserves or National Guard, or if you live near a military installation, pay attention to the lack of deployment patches on those young kids, because all the dudes who had the experience, the ones who had deployed 5, 6, 7, 12 times, they're done. They're old dudes now. They're by military standards, right? Like they're in their mid 30s or late 30s. They're on their way out, or they've been out of the military for several years now. So we're not as hard as we once were. If this had broken out in 2014, 2015, oh yeah, no, it would have been a complete disaster even for the Russian perspective. But I don't think it would as much anymore, not only based on their manpower, their internal manufacturing capability. And I know there were some people saying that even the Russians were, oh, well, they're going to North Korea for these barrels for their field guns. And what it actually lines up pretty neatly with, even if they were doing that, which, you know, probably is partly propaganda, is that this conflict has shifted into an artillery-based war more than anything else. So that's why you're not seeing really any usage of all those NATO vehicles that we sent. I mean, you'll see them in rear areas for moving troops, but you don't really see vehicle-on-vehicle combat as much at this point in the war as you do just small skirmishes or ambushes, and not a lot of movement in certain regions. And, you know, I'm not going to underscore the Ukrainian resolve by any means, but a lot of the territory that was taken not long ago was pretty insignificant in the scheme of things, because the Russians are effectively taking the entire coastline and cutting them off from the sea. So that's why we're all going to die Wednesday, basically. So I wanted to get that out there. I think this is going to keep growing from here. You're going to see more energy problems in Europe because of it, and the grain is not going to leave Ukraine, and they're not going to be able to produce for the next year either.
I appreciate you coming out, man. This has been a great conversation. I always love somebody who shows up and
thanks so much, Texas.
and know what they're talking
I appreciate you.
Well, thank you guys. I'd love to have you both on my channel at some point in the near future too.
Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Anytime, brother. Anytime. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. We're making shit work all over the place here. So we'll just keep on keeping on, brother. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your insight, dude. And I think you are absolutely fucking spot on.
Nobody else.
Livingston, man, Texas, what else is it gonna be that we all gonna die from on a Wednesday? What do you think?
And all this attack on fossil fuels, are they the best option? No. Is it plentiful? Let me cut right to my bullshit here. Fuck all that. This reactionary knee-jerk thing about we're gonna make everybody have electric vehicles in 5 years. This is a fucking disaster waiting to happen. Well, the same people who admit that our electrical infrastructure and just the infrastructure of the United States is trash to begin with want to make it so you can't even buy a gas-powered vehicle in like 5 years. I have not thought about how do you actually do this. We've seen it already in California. They're mandating people need to get their electric vehicles. And then like in the same breath, they're like, don't charge your electric vehicles. We need that shit for air conditioning, bro. We have got to fix our infrastructure before we start mandating things like electric vehicles and this complete shift in our way of life. Of course, we're going to meet resistance to it because, you know, difficulty breeds complaints. Not saying it's the wrong way to go. I'm saying that it's too fast and they're being bitchy about it. They're saying you need to do this, and I'm like, I can't fucking afford that. So
yeah,
maybe it's on you to do something about that. All I'm saying.
Uncle Charlie says Arnold yelling, "Get to the charger! Get to the charger!"
Exactly.
So I guess I think it's 17 states have signed on to that California emissions bill. So it's a joke, guys. It really is. It really is a fucking joke.
It's a knee-jerk reaction to a problem. Everybody's like, look, we're doing something in 15 years.
Yeah, but you're not. Actually, what you're doing is making things worse, given the life cycle of electric vehicles, given all of the shit that's got to go into making one of those things. You can buy 3 gas-powered cars and still not reach the emissions that you make just from building one fucking electric vehicle. Yes, it costs less money to keep them running, but come the fuck on, man. Come on. We don't have the infrastructure. We don't have it. We don't have the power generating plants. We don't have it.
Tank Houston, I'm glad to see you here, brother. I love you. It's my real boy in real life right there.
That's it. You got to, sometimes you have to work from the very end product all the way back. So as a builder, when I start laying things out, I'm always looking ahead to see what my end product is going to be. And if it's going to be worth the shit. And if there's anything wrong in the foundation or any of the the initial steps that I take, it's going to amplify that problem. And it's going to be a lot harder to fix it later than it is now. So again, tank. That's it. Recycle them lithium-ion batteries first. Now, I have heard of some advancements in the lead batteries, believe it or not, the old school ones. What are they, nickel cadmium or something like that? NiCad batteries? Is that what they are? They're not lead, right? I think it's NiCad batteries.
Yeah.
But they have made some advancements in those very recently, and obviously that's going to take forever to come to fruition. But I mean, they're trying. They really are. They're trying.
Can we just talk about this hashtag Operation Pocketbook?
Absolutely. Absolutely. October 30th at midnight. We logging out social media. Log off. All of it. Shut it all down. All down on Halloween. I ain't got no treats, but I got some fucking tricks for these motherfuckers. So let's kick them in the pocketbook, folks. They make a fortune off us just being logged into the platform and feeding us ads all the fucking time. As you're scrolling past those ads. You don't even have to fucking click on them. All you gotta do is scroll past them and they get paid for it. So as long as we log out, sign out, just log the fuck out, be done with it for a day, one day. That day's Halloween, October 31st. We're all going to try and get behind it. We're going to push it as much as we can. Spread the word, guys. Spread the word. I appreciate you, Vision. Thank you so much. Angry Preppers spreading the word. Prepper Now spreading the word. Just keep spreading the word, guys. I'm getting emails from people telling me that they've told 15 people that Operation Pocketbook is going down on the 31st. The more the better. Go on Joe Rogan's podcast and just comment, Operation Pocketbook, October 31st, and just fucking keep in his head. Just keep poking these big fucking channels. Let them know what's happening, man. Tell them to fucking get on board and quit the fucking bitching. It's a couple bucks. Suck it the fuck up and let's get it done. We're gonna kick these motherfuckers in the pocketbook.
Guys like Joe Rogan and like big names that you like named off, like they can afford to take that hit. Guys like us, we don't even fucking make money from this shit. They're gonna try and do it anyway.
No, they'll unplug this one from the monetization chip real quick anyway. So, what the fuck?
Oh, Lord,
I didn't make $2.
Not my 75 cents.
Damn it! Damn my $2. Like I give a shit. Come on.
Let me scroll up here because Angry Prepper said something and I wanted to talk about it. We have killings left and right. Angry Pepper says we have, how the hell do you show? Oh, here we go. I can do it too. The Angry Pepper says we have killings left and right, but they're going after Trump for BS. This is also true. Another thing, we all going to die Wednesday is this vengeance politics shit where you fucking, you just stay hating and prosecuting your predecessor because you're not better than him, but you need to make yourself legally and morally look like you are. This is Roman Empire shit where you what do they call it? It's a memorio damnatio. You remove this person from history. You act like they never existed. Cancel culture.
Just erase them.
Cancel culture.
Just erase them.
Thousands of years old. Cancel culture is not new, everybody. It's called that's called that Roman Latin word I just said that I don't remember. And he's right. This is like, don't look at how I suck. Stay fixated on how much this other guy sucked and what I'm fighting to make sure that this guy sucking will never happen again. But what this leads to is a precedent where the next guy is going to do the same thing and so on and so forth ad infinitum. And it's vengeance politics. This is the decline of an empire shit when this starts to happen.
It really is. It really is. It's fucking scary times. It's not too long before the gray shirts come knocking, you know. Did you say this on this date about the president of the United States or this particular congressman?
They stay banning me from Facebook for shit I said 6 fucking years ago. And I'm like, I shared it from Facebook, bro.
But you know, I don't think they're getting the required results from just the banning because guys like us, we just make another fucking account the next day and post more hellacious shit the following day. Um, it's going to be interesting, guys. It's going to be interesting times that we're going into because this is where the switch will happen from people just censoring you online to trying to literally snuff you out in real life. Um, and we actually seen this recently in the past couple days. There was a guy who was run down by somebody for a political argument. He fucking ran this dude over with his car, intentionally killing him because they had a dispute and he believed that he was a Republican extremist and it was okay to run him over because of that. And it was okay to take this man's life because he was a Republican extremist. Now, when you are so far down the fucking rabbit hole that you no longer value fucking human life, you now have some serious mental issues. You need to seek help right the fuck away. People's mind states and mental health are deteriorating rapidly, in my opinion.
The
And the
most evil
fuses
people in
are,
history thought they were right.
yeah, and people's fuses are incredibly short anymore. It does not take much to set somebody over the fucking deep end and have them come at you. So keep a fucking zappy stick. Keep fucking Mr. Bang Bang. You keep the Second Amendment with you, folks, because it ain't fucking safe no more.
And if you can't even do that, then know what's worth a confrontation. If
Yeah,
guy cuts you
yeah,
off in
is it worth the
traffic,
bullshit?
guy, but you know exactly like some, you know, like you got to really have some situational awareness between when is it, I'm really gonna fucking do this right now, or maybe just let that guy that you like, you know, is crazy, like, and just like, yeah, like look the other way and be like,
Yeah, yeah. I, you
because
know, Jason had
today,
talked about this on his stream last night, and there's some things that you have to just walk away from, and there's other things that justify you turning around and beating the ever living shit out of somebody. Um, I'm with him. I'm with him. I'm with him. And what, Jason? What was the name of the group that used to walk the streets in the city with the berets on and the white
Guardian
T-shirts?
Angels,
That we need we need to bring those guys back. We need to bring
Curtis
back
Curtis
the
Will,
guys who
Curtis,
carry the brass knuckles and the fucking baseball bats and do the street justice.
Curtis
Um,
Sliwa should be the mayor of New York. Like I fully believe that the dude is a born and bred uh, New Yorker, and like started the Guardian Angels. And for what it's worth, like, you know, the guy gets it. Like it's unfortunate that such an organization needs to exist, but it does. And what they do is amazing. Like they're just an everyman. Like, no, I'm right here, right now. Like, don't nobody fuck around because I'm wearing this the red beret, you know. And
yep,
oh, there's a guardian angel right there. Like, some people call them vigilantes. I don't agree with that. I call it citizens taking things into their own hands because the system wouldn't do it itself.
exactly. When the system is completely and totally broken, um, it's time for the citizens to step up and fill a gap.
Well,
And
I was led to believe it's
you
for
know,
us, by us, right?
so, well, yeah, but you know, guys, that the pandemic's over, but that's not saying that you still can't wear yourself a little masky, and go take care of what needs to be taken care of. Just saying. Community policing. That's correct. That's correct. Um, yes, Tank, the system is bullshit. It has been broken for a very long time, and it seems every time that they try to fix it, it only fucking gets worse, guys. It really only gets worse. Um,
He's right, you know.
oh, wait. They're already here, SRD. It's all good, bro. When we talk about this stuff, we basically just report ourselves. Mo Prepper, he who writes the history books, amen. I'm with you, Outlaw. That was pretty, I will eat a rat, SRD. Boom. Put him on the grill. Put him on the grill. 10th account, YouTube sucks. It is going to get ugly. See? Operation Pocketbook for 10th account, YouTube sucks. Amen.
I'll
Stocks probably tank tomorrow. They started going down today. As soon as the Fed opens its mouth, stock market tumbles, guys. So I saw it today. I think it was like a few 100-point drop anyway.
Oh no, the casino's odds changed. Like Black Star Boys is kind of like my man in here. Like, just punch hipsters. If they drink craft beer, punch them. If they like IPA, punch them. Like, if they have like that
IPA to the face.
You know what I'm talking about? That fucking haircut. Fucking punch them, dude. Like, if their Carhartts are brand new and clean, punch them.
Scrap steel went up. You know, I think we're going to start to see gas go back up too, guys.
Should we talk about cannibalism, like, and the effect on society when we have to do that?
Well, we'll get to that, Livingston, man. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
There's many precedents.
Never SRD, you're good.
Long pig is supposedly,
Hipsters are the next fossil fuel. That's right. We currently run on recycled dinosaurs, and in the future, our great grandchildren will run on recycled hipsters.
It's all that shit they put in their hair. It burns forever. Like, wow. Like Mickwick. Like, I'm certain
in your hair.
I think that Mickwick is basically like recycled hipster hair.
Outlaw, I'm with you. Hey, they go up any higher, I'm cutting them all out of the car and calling the insurance company, right?
I literally said this today. I was like, I'm about to start cutting the cats off. Like, I've had enough.
Texas Surplus Pro is right. So to be honest with you, the one thing I worry about when we all gonna die, in all reality, is old folks fucking freezing to death this winter. That's my biggest fear. A lot of people are on such fixed incomes that they don't know how they're getting groceries now, and they can't even think far enough ahead because they're so busy struggling that they don't see the freight train coming at them that is the fuel bills and the electric bills this winter. For those who have electric heat, you're really going to get kicked in the nuts. If you have oil heat, you're going to get kicked in the nuts. If you got natural gas heat, you're going to get kicked in the nuts. The only way you're saving is if you're burning firewood and you can cut and split and stack all that shit yourselves. So have alternate heating sources. Keep an eye on the old folks. I mean, that's a big thing, guys. Big things.
Now, we were talking last night on the live stream about the modular sleeping system the Army uses. The armed forces.
It could literally save your life.
Now, for half the price or less, I think, than filling your fuel tank, like, you could gift like a life-saving piece of kit to somebody that maybe needs it this coming winter season. Check out surplus sites, eBay, whatever the hell. But look for we're all gonna get like hit with like outages and shortages and everything else. Like, and if, like, again, as we are prepared, as Mike said, make sure like the elderly folks in your life got like something like that. You never know. Like, but here grandma, like, grandma's gonna live because the power went out because you got her a sleeping bag for a third of the price of filling her diesel tank that we don't know we're going to be able to do this winter, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, it may come down to having to consolidate family into one building to make sure that grandma stays warm. I mean, sacrifices we make, right, guys? And first world problems here. But seriously, guys, take care of each other. Eric, be careful with those tent wood stoves. the exhausts on them are not really built for heavy duty anything, and they are well. The one I have is one of the packable ones, and it's so small. You have to add wood constantly.
I'm with some random dude. Like they need to start putting fentanyl in the water. Just dose me up, dude. I've had about enough of this shit. Like, just give it to me.
Outlaw, I agree that mentally they are prepared and that they have seen this stuff. I think, unfortunately, physically and financially, we need to look out for them. We need to make sure that they're good and they have what they need and they are not fucking freezing to death this winter, because it's going to get really fucking expensive, and these folks don't have the money for it. So at some point, they are going to shut these fucking poor people down. You know.
Can we get Black Star Boy? Can you please call in? Can you please call in? I'm gonna drop the link again. Can you please?
There you go. We're trying to get Black Star Boy from the future.
He's from the future. It's tomorrow where he's from. He knows things.
Yeah, he's from tomorrow.
Click this link I just dropped, bro.
The land of tomorrow.
I just want to hear your accent.
I'm ready to crawl up into. I got to go back to that one. Amen, Watchman. That's right, Lucky Dame. That's what worries me, man. Mo Prepper, I agree with you. Little buddy heaters are absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
I thought he was talking about like you have yourself like an assistant. It's a little buddy. My buddy.
Nah, man, the buddy heaters, they're fantastic.
My buddy and me. Yeah, you do. You had one.
Whoa. See? Housing is a big problem, man. Affordable housing is an even bigger problem.
For me to fucking roast the fucking housing administration right now, but like again, like I'm gonna go ahead and gaslight everybody and like do some straw man thing, but like some poet said, among 1,000 empty homes I stood amongst the homeless. There's plenty of housing, but it's for profit, and that's the problem.
Oh yeah. Well, affordable housing is definitely out the window. Affordable housing does not exist.
Mike, you want to watch half of our fucking viewers turn like into Nazis right now?
Uh-oh.
Housing should be free. Bring the hate.
Ooh. Mama for Lori. Holy shit. Damn.
I was reading about a woman who rents it's 8 feet by 10 feet closet in New York City, and it was $650 a month. A closet, $650. She don't have a bathroom. She has a 2-burner stove and a bed. $650 a month. And yet, blocks upon blocks upon blocks of housing developments and everything, there is enough housing for everyone. I promise you. It's the profit motive behind it that is the problem. And it's something that we have to work out. I don't own land, but
Black Star Boys, what's happening, my brother?
Hey, fellas.
Welcome. So great to have you on, my man. Thank you so much for all your support. You've been an avid supporter for a long time, and it's an absolute honor to have you on, my man.
No, it's fucking great to be here, man. That's like the last thing I thought would bloody be happening.
You guys notice where he is, it would appear to be like morning or at least daylight.
Yeah, what's the time?
Tell us about tomorrow. What happened?
Jesus, what did happen? I slept through a lot of it, so yeah, who fucking knows? I know the old guys down the street are still alive, so you can all be happy with that. But I think the hipsters survived as well, which is pretty shit. So
Yeah, man.
yeah, apparently they're like cockroaches,
Is there anything
Scatter
you
when
can
you
tell
turn the
us,
lights on.
from the land down under? One, I'm surprised that your like video isn't upside down.
Well, it is. I'm just holding my phone the other way around.
I see. He's got the horizon lock. As Americans, we were told that you Australians were subject to some downright tyrannical stuff when it came to like the pandemic and whatnot. Is it true?
Well, I mean, we had like I'm in Melbourne. I don't recommend coming here. It's not that bad, but I mean, we had a 9 o'clock curfew at night because apparently that's when fucking COVID comes out, which was ridiculous. So like I'd go walking every day. Because I'm a chef, I couldn't work. So, everybody was freaking out about catching a flu. So yeah, I'd go out walking. I like walking at nighttime. And you'd see people scurrying home when it's like fucking 10 to 9 at night, like, because we did actually have the occasional police patrols going around attempting to issue fines. I had a couple try and stop me, but I just didn't stop walking. I just was like, whatever. But yeah, some of the people that went to some of the protests, the cops are a bit heavy-handed there, to say the least. But the one thing I noticed, I don't have social media, but the one thing I noticed on YouTube was the cameras weren't showing. We had all these weird fucking people showing up with like, 5G caused coronavirus and shit like that, which were fucking up people's real sort of, why they were actually out there, saying that these lockdowns have gone on too long. They're screwing people's lives up and people couldn't go to work.
Wow.
So has it returned back to semi-normal down there now, or is it still?
Oh, dude, yeah, we're pretty well back to completely normal. You do see weirdos walking around. I always laugh at them when I'm driving past them or sitting in my car or even walking past them that still have masks on, and there's nobody around except for me.
In the car by themselves. They got those here too.
You see them and walking on the street. You see tons of them. Like there's just nobody around except for one person. Most of them are young, I will add. They're young compared to me. They all seem to be in like their 20s and 30s. But then you get old people as well that are wearing masks with no one around. And my query is like, how fucking good can that be for your immune system?
Yeah, breaks it right down, man.
You're coddling
breaks it right
yourself.
down.
You're favoring it, and you're breeding. I think you're inviting weakness on the part of your immune system.
We had people here like during the second and third lockdown that we had, which both went for I think 2 or 3 months, which was shit. We had people ringing up local police stations saying, there's a dude in here in like the Woolworths or walking down the street that doesn't have a mask on. And I used to get people literally walk. They'd see me coming because I wasn't wearing a mask when I'm going out. Fuck that. I did initially because we didn't know exactly what the hell was going on. But after, saying that it was much a flu, people would just like avoid me, which I thought was great because I live in an area that's hipster dense, Livingston, man. So best that they did avoid me.
Well, they're like grass fed, so they're going to taste great when we have to eat them.
Yeah, well, they're kind of like Wagyu. Instead of getting massaged, they just get moisturized.
Right? They do it to themselves. There's like no labor involved. It's like cost effective. Like,
isn't it just? I mean, they must use all the crap that's in their fucking hair. I mean, not that I'm jealous. I couldn't give a fuck, but
honestly, okay. I'm just gonna fanboy for you right now, and I'm gonna like nominate you to be our like third like co-host, like whenever you feel like doing that, because I'm absolutely loving your
from the land down under.
I would figure you're something like 8,000 miles away. You're from tomorrow, dude.
Yeah, we're literally broadcasting from the future and the past at the same time right now. So
I mean, you are getting the full spectrum of like society right now. Right now, this is historic. Hudson Valley Prep and Survival right now. 2 continents, 8,000 miles, 2 different days. This is
I
beautiful.
know, it's fucking creepy shit. But I mean,
trust me,
I'm Luke
trust me.
Picard, so, maybe
Bit.
Q's got something to do with this.
This guy says we're worried about idiots wearing masks. I'm not worried about idiots. I just like to laugh at the idiots.
No, people wearing the masks are the weakest people possible. Like, don't even worry about them.
Yeah, and some people legit have compromised immune systems, and they're worried about fucking croaking, man. So,
but
more power to them.
That bothers me is like a surgeon will wear a mask to not infect the patient that they're working on, but you don't get a patient to wear a mask for the same reason. It doesn't stop anything really. It cuts it down marginally, but that's it.
I feel it. Now, was there a big push to get the jab?
Yeah, actually. I hate to say it, I got 2 doses just so I could go to work. Otherwise, it would have bankrupted me and just ruined me. And because my parents are old as well, like I lived in a swag in their back garden for 3 months before I got any type of jab. And that was in Canberra. That's like 7 hours away. And because I left just before the lockdown, I saw all the writing on the wall, called in sick on Saturday, left on the Sunday, and we were locked down by the Monday. Everything was all cushy in fucking Canberra. Everyone was just going about their business. But here in Melbourne, it was just shit.
For the I'm sorry, I mean, but for the Americans in here, please tell me I'm right. Canberra is actually the capital of Australia.
Yeah, fucking A. Yeah.
All right, so that's what Canberra is. The actual. Everybody probably thinks it's Sydney or Melbourne. Not. Canberra is the capital, so that's what he means by that. Sorry, I have to often translate for the Americans. We're a bit ignorant.
Melbourne and Sydney are more like the financial capitals of Australia, but Canberra's the actual capital. And we get blamed for everything because the news always says, the decision made in Canberra. Like Canberra's made up basically of 2 major demographics. They're the public servants. I think you guys call them civil servants or, government workers. And then you have and you have all the tradies. Your chippies like builders and carpenters, plumbers, electricians, hospitality staff. That's predominantly what makes it up. So it's we don't have any of the bullshit in Canberra that you get in like Sydney and Melbourne where, we don't have the massive purple hair crowds and shit like that. We have like normal families and shit, that actually enjoy going out rather than posting comments on fucking shitbook about, some weird whatever the thing is of the day. That's not
the thing, right?
Yeah,
It's always something. Today for us, it was 300,000 Russian troops being mobilized. That's our today.
Yeah.
But for you, that would be yesterday.
Yeah, well, that was yesterday. Yeah, obviously. I mean, that's old news here. But I mean, that was always.
See what we're doing here right now. This is history.
Like I went and spoke to a couple of guys I know in a business around the corner yesterday about if they had seen Putin's speech or anything like that. No one has any fucking idea here outside of the couple of big media corporations that are just pumping this Ukraine good, Russia bad, we're the best. Support Potato Joe and his, however much money he's giving. It's super one-sided here, but nobody really gives a fuck either. So, it's just not something that's overly predominant. I mean, we're starting to see our own little housing market sort of crash down because probably the same as you guys, everybody left that fucking, what I presume, looking at it, that California shithole and went to somewhere decent, like fucking Texas. We had the same sort of push here, except everybody fucking moved out into the country and the housing prices were through the fucking roof. And, now all that's starting to stabilize and you have people that took out mortgages to buy these houses that, you know, some of them are up to like a third overvalued, and they're stuck with these huge mortgages and don't have the income to back it up. You know, so we're starting to see a lot of that sort of shit. And our petrol prices are just about to go up on, I think, September the 29th as well. So they're more issues that we're sort of seeing in the news. We do get the Ukraine sort of crap, but sorry for any Ukrainians out there. But, you know, at the end of the day, like, fucking, we don't need to be involved. We got bigger issues than worrying about what's happening in Eastern Europe as such. Not to sound crude or rude or anything, but, you know, look after your own first before you start looking at your neighbors and poking fingers at them. So,
amen, my friend. Amen. My Mother's Spark have a great stream. They got the big ladies' night stream going on over on the Angry Prepper right after this. I think they're going on about 8 minutes or so.
Ooh, it's ladies' night?
Yeah, ladies' night over on the Angry Prepper stream. He's going to block himself out so that everybody can just enjoy the women of the stream this evening. No, I'm just kidding. He'll be there asking questions and taking questions from the ladies on the panel. But he does have an all-ladies panel going tonight, and it should be absolutely amazing conversation. All of the women over there and Angry. Fantastic show tonight. So guys, make sure to check them out after this stream tonight. We ran late, but hey, we got a man from the future here, so it's worth it, bro. Worth it.
Black Star Boys.
Thank you so much for coming out, man. I really appreciate you logging on and just chatting with us here this evening. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you.
Do you have a channel of your own, or are you just a YouTube user?
Well, I don't have any social media, so this is as much as I get. But thanks to you guys, I'm actually going to start filming what I take in my car to get to Canberra. Then once we get to Canberra, I'm going to start filming, because I do a lot of gardening there for my parents and that. And, you know, just basic shit, looking around for local water sources, knowing where they are, plus knife control. You know, being a chef, I see a lot of people when they talk about, oh, you know, prep this, prep that. And I'm like, fuck, you're going to cut your fucking fingers off, idiot. You know, use a knife properly. So going to get into that, and maybe just some basic recipes. You know, there's no reason things like rice has to be boring. Just simple, easy tricks. I'm going to start filming that as soon as I can. But yeah, it's like I had a choice of not having today off, but having the next 2 days off, which is a couple of days in your future. But I said, no, look, I want to be off on our Wednesday or our Thursday, sorry, during the day, so I could catch this. We're all going to die Wednesday.
I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, I don't work.
Literally move your schedule just to hang out with us.
From the future.
Man, totally, dude.
Yeah, from the future.
Yeah.
From the future.
I get people that, like, because I've got 2 of your hoodies. I still get people that look at it and just see the 2 words, prepping and survival, and their eyes just open up like, fuck, I think this dude's a freak. It's pretty good.
That's so awesome, brother. Thank you so much.
Oh, dude, it's great because, like I said, I live in hipster dense country, so I'm not allowed to go out shooting the wildlife around the area. But they all look at me and they know, like, you know, don't comment. Like, you know, I'll stand my ground even though I don't need a firearm. I'll stand my ground right in your face. So they all sort of give me a wide berth when I'm wearing either one of the hoodies. It's fucking awesome.
Awesome, brother. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate your support, my man. You have to email me. You got to email me, brother. I need to get an address for you so I can send you something a little extra that you can't buy. So hit me with an email. And I want to send you out something. I've only got the one email.
I'm happy to put out my email now if you want. Like, it doesn't matter to me.
No. Save it, bro. Save it.
I don't care.
Save it. Email me and I'll. So when we get done here, I'll give you my email. Are you Hudson Valley Prepping Survival at gmail.com. Just email me and hit me with a real address, and I'll hook you up, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, fucking awesome, man. Fucking awesome.
It's been an absolute pleasure to have you, Black Star.
Yes, man.
the highlight of my night for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival.
Yeah, and we will catch you all on the next one. Have a great night, everybody. Don't forget to check out Angry Prepper right after this. Trying to get out of here so they can get on. He's got all the ladies on tonight. Enjoy that stream, folks.
Ladies' night
so
over
for
there.
myself, the Livingston Man, Black Star Boys, Texas Surplus Pro was here earlier. Thank you all so much. Y'all have a great night. Hudson Valley Prepping Survival. We out of here.